A woman's true nature isn't revealed when she needs you. It's revealed when she no longer does. Most men never see it coming. They confuse affection with loyalty, attention with love, and performance with truth. But the Stoics warned us long ago. Appearances deceive, and emotion blinds the mind. What you see in comfort is rarely who someone truly is. Character doesn't reveal itself through sweet words or romantic gestures. It shows itself in silence, in distance, in the moments when nothing can be gained by pretending. That's why the wise man doesn't rush to trust. He observes. He studies patterns, not promises. Because loyalty is never proven in presence, it's proven in absence. And today, you'll learn the two silent tests that expose the difference between love and convenience, between who's real and who's only playing a role. You're watching Stoic Reflections, where men master emotional control, clarity, and the psychology of strength. Section 1. How she handles freedom. Freedom is the first mirror of character. It's where masks fall and motives surface. Most men think loyalty is proven through affection, how often she calls, how much she smiles, how she behaves when things are good. But that's not loyalty, that's comfort. As Marcus Aurelius said, the test of a good character is not in what he says, but in what he does when no one compels him. The same applies to her. Freedom reveals what affection hides. When she's unmonitored, untested, and unseen, her real nature steps forward. Some women see freedom as alignment, the space to live with integrity whether or not you're there. Others see it as permission, the chance to seek validation, attention, or escape from accountability. The difference between the two is the difference between peace and pain. A woman who values loyalty as a principle doesn't treat commitment as a cage. Her faithfulness isn't based on surveillance, it's based on identity. Whether you're in the room or 1,000 miles away, her actions remain steady, her respect unchanged. That's not obedience, that's integrity. But a woman who sees freedom as opportunity behaves differently. When the audience disappears, so does the act. Her warmth cools, her boundaries blur, and her energy turns outward toward whatever gives her the next hit of attention. She doesn't betray to harm you. She betrays because her values never anchored her behavior. This is where the Stoic mindset saves you. Don't react, don't accuse, don't play detective. Simply observe. As Epictetus taught, appearances are deceitful. Examine what is within your control and leave the rest to time. Time is your ally. Patterns always reveal truth. Watch what she does with her freedom. Does she guard your bond when no one's watching? Or does she treat absence as permission to drift? Freedom doesn't create betrayal, it exposes it. If deception lives in her, freedom gives it air. If integrity lives in her, freedom makes it shine brighter. The wise man doesn't try to control a woman's freedom, he studies it. Because what she does in silence tells you everything her words never will. Section 2. How she treats you when she no longer needs you. The second silent test comes not in the beginning of love, but in its evolution, when her need fades and only choice remains. Epictetus once said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe it the first time." He didn't mean believe their words, he meant believe their nature, the patterns that appear when the illusion of dependence disappears. Every relationship begins with need. Emotional, social, or practical, it doesn't matter. When people lean on each other, warmth flows naturally. Gratitude is abundant. But when that need ends, the truth begins. Watch what happens when she no longer needs you. Does her respect remain? Does her tone stay gentle? Or does indifference quietly replace affection? A woman's reaction to independence is the purest mirror of her soul. Some women evolve with grace, Their independence doesn't erase gratitude. They may not need your protection or support anymore, yet they still choose to treat you with honor. That's character. That's alignment. But others reveal something colder. Their patience was convenience. Their affection was tied to benefit. And when the benefit ends, so does the act. What once felt like love now feels transactional because it was. This is not cynicism. It's psychological realism. Human behavior is incentive-driven. The Stoics understood this long before modern psychology. They observed that character is measured by how we act when the incentive is gone. Seneca wrote, "Adversity introduces a man to himself. In relationships, prosperity introduces you to her. When she's comfortable, when she has options, when she's no longer dependent. That's when her values surface. If she maintains respect when she gains power, you've found someone rare. But if she withdraws warmth the moment her circumstances improve, you've seen the depth of her loyalty. And it wasn't deep." Do not mourn that truth. Celebrate it, because clarity is mercy. The Stoic doesn't beg for permanence in the impermanent. He observes, accepts, and adjusts. Meant to control her loyalty, to recognize its authenticity. This second test will always arrive on its own. You don't need to force it because life itself will reveal it. Just stay awake when it happens. Watch how she handles independence. If she uses it to grow with you, she's a partner. If she uses it to outgrow you, she was a passenger. The wise man sees that difference without resentment. He doesn't chase affection that was born from dependency. He simply acknowledges that what was built on need was never built to last. So remember this: when she no longer needs you, her love either matures into respect or dissolves into indifference. Both are revelations, one a blessing, the other a warning. Section 3. The Stoic Conclusion. Love versus convenience. When you've observed how she handles freedom and how she treats you when she no longer needs you, the illusion begins to fade, and truth stands alone. Love and convenience look identical in the beginning. They both offer warmth, affection, and attention. But their foundations are completely different. Love is built on principle. Convenience is built on benefit. Love stays when the conditions change. Convenience vanishes when the rewards stop. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. They taught that virtue, not emotion, is the only stable foundation for human behavior. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." That's the essence of character. A person who does right not because it's rewarded, but because it's who they are. A woman with virtue will treat you the same in freedom as in closeness, in need as in independence. Her love is not dependent on your role in her life. It's aligned with her values. But a woman without virtue mirrors the environment. When it benefits her, she's kind. When it doesn't, she's gone. This is why emotional attachment blinds men. You keep replaying her best moments, her tenderness, her loyalty when she needed you, her warmth when things were easy. But Stoicism reminds us, the past is opinion, only the present is truth. Don't fall in love with memories, study patterns. When you view relationships through a Stoic lens, emotion becomes your student, not your master. You don't react to affection, you analyze its consistency. You don't chase reassurance, you measure behavior. That's what separates a man at peace from a man in chaos. So here's the Stoic formula. Observe her in freedom. That reveals her discipline. Observe her in independence. That reveals her gratitude. If both are strong, you found a woman of principle. If either collapses, you found a lesson, not a partner. Seneca once said, "He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary." Don't suffer for illusions. Don't argue with patterns. Don't try to reason someone into character. Character isn't taught, it's revealed. When you finally see clearly, there's no bitterness left, only understanding. You realize that not everyone you lose is a loss, and not everyone who stays deserves to. The Stoic doesn't chase loyalty, he attracts it by living in alignment with his own. So guard your peace. Observe, don't assume, and remember, in a world full of actors, truth speaks quietly. If she passes both tests, if her freedom strengthens her loyalty and her independence deepens her respect, you found something sacred in a world that's mostly temporary. Treasure that. But if she fails, don't plead with her potential. Let clarity be your closure. Because peace begins the moment you stop fighting for illusions. You're watching Stoic Reflections, where men master emotional control, clarity, and inner peace through philosophy and psychology. Subscribe, share this message with someone who needs it, and remember, awareness is your shield, wisdom is your weapon.